Now then, I've been making some rings for some friends with and I've been making them out our money because I've been making out our money because I've been making date of birth ones for the key rings. So I know one or two of you got them, and it's a bit difficult to see actually. You can just see there, that's 1971. Right? I think you could just see that if I could hold it blooming still. Anyway, I have started that one. I want to do one from beginning. Now I've had a bit of experience. So we'll do this one. I'm just looking. It's 85. I'll just show you quickly because we want to get on if possible. I don't know if it will see that or not. That's 85, 95, one of the two. Anyway, I won't mess about too much for that. I'm just going to see, I want the date on the outside. So I'm just going to see if we can do it from the start. Maybe a bit of a long video, but I mean, I know that Darren he started doing it and spent a lot of money. Well, I've only spent £7 so far. That's on that punch. I hadn't spent anything before, so I thought it was well worth it. So now I've got set up a bit and I've had a little bit of experience. I thought we'd just have a go and see. You know, the only thing, because I don't want to stop. You know, it's definitely take longer than 4 minutes. But I can now do a better job, and as I say, I've been making these for my friends and date of birth rings for the key rings. It seems to be the best thing for us men to have. So what I'll do is I'll just spin the camera round, and I'm trying to just turn it round, right? Just turn the camera round to speed things up. And let's just see if we can drill through here. If my drill, the only thing is I've done a few and my drill might not be sharp. Depends how sharp the drill is. It'll grab it a minute, like that. No, not too bad, is it? Not clear enough or anything. I'm trying to get on with it, but show you how we can do it now and hopefully make a bit better job. And I use a screwdriver just to get it out. And I'll wipe it on that bit of cloth. And as I say, I'll just show you where we get to. I've got everything out, I think. Bear with me. So, as you can probably see, it's doing a decent job, you see. Right, so the next thing we've got to do, just go back to there to start with, is, I hope you can see alright, I've put the light where I hope it's not shining in the camera like I normally do, and do that. So what we do, just deburr that hole slightly. Both sides. Now the reason that you need to deburr the hole carefully is because when you open it up, this is where it will split. And although I have taken, well, because I'm doing this not as quickly as possible, but fairly quickly, let's say, doing it fairly quickly, and I did have, it's gone. because you, like see here, I've got it, covered it up with that cloth. Right, you also need just, I've deburred the hole with the Dremel, and I use a Warnish disc. I've got a load of this. So what you need to do now is just go around there like that with some fine emery, right? It won't hurt the rest of it, and you'll see why in a bit. Because the smoother you get it, the less chance of it splitting. Some will split, you know, some will still split, but hopefully we'll give it the best chance we've got, eh? Right, and like I say, now I can do the whole thing in here without going up and downstairs and that. And I mean, Darren, he spent a lot of money. All I've spent so far is £7 on the cheap taper punch, you know. So well, I'm hoping to leave the camera where it is and just turn it round on the tripod so you can actually see what we're doing. Now we want the date on the outside, so we want that on the inside. So I'll put that on there, and if I can get it level, as I say, I'm not actually rushing, but I'm trying to get on with it. There's a difference, isn't there? And I've got to get it square. Get it as square as you can, because it makes it easier later. Now I haven't annealed it yet, and there may be, this is my new doming block, you've never seen me use it yet. Right, so, well, so far so good. I've checked that quite carefully, and I don't know if you can see that, but there's no splits yet. There maybe will be later. Right, so the next thing, of course, is simply to anneal it. I'm going to show the whole thing, like I said, and hopefully you can see where we are. There. Right. Hopefully I can keep you in frame now. I need the lighter. I don't need my glasses for this part of the operation, but we do for the rest. Oh. That warm up a second. Now, as I say, we were talking about this, and Darren was saying he started doing it, and he spent about £1,000 on equipment, right? So it's a hobby, you know. So we'll anneal it. This can be on a fraction. In fact, I can come closer to the camera. It doesn't point blow lamp at the camera. That would be silly. So shouldn't take long. But you do want to get it cherry red hot, you know. You want to get it, you won't melt it with blow lamp, you won't damage it. So if it gets hot quite quickly, I think it all normally on camera, it normally looks cool. There we are. That's glowing nice and red hot. Okay. Straight in the water. Turn that off. You can probably hear me now. Right. Now I'll spin the camera back again without touching anything, and that's why I put it on the tripod, so I can spin it round, you see. So what I do now, using this taper punch, now it's annealed, I put it in this one. Just open the vise enough and put it in that one. Now, see, I'm doing it the same. I start it the same. This is the taper punch that I made. By the way, I mean, look how easily it goes now. If you wants to be a bit more than that to go on the thing. So normally I'll use 2 of these bearings. I've done too much because it's easier for me to get it off now. So I'll go down as far as I can with that. Now you should be able to see where we're getting to, you see. Like that. Right. And then it should be a simple job just to get your hammer and tap it off. It's that's it. Now we can use the ring expander, you see. I ain't got my glasses on, I wonder why I couldn't see what I was doing. So, as I said, this definitely isn't a... Now, the only thing with this, you do have to squeeze it a bit to get it in. And then what I do is, let me just turn that slightly so the vise is further to the end and you can see a little bit. What I do is just give that a tap, like that. That starts it, you see. And then the vise opens up enough. And if I go as far as I can, and then open it up a bit, and I've got another little ball bearing here, and I can go full distance with this, like that, and that then will go on the next one. So I will now just turn you round. I'm hoping the light doesn't get it, and I can operate it to my press I made. I'll just move you a bit closer, so you can see it. Now, if it doesn't slip out, sometimes when it's in this far it does actually slip a little bit, but it normally doesn't. It's going. Still haven't found a way of fastening the bolt head on the bottom because I can't. There we are. I can't weld it in because it's got to move. So this press thing I made still not done, but that's that. Now we've got to get it on the next one. So I'll just spin you back so you can see the vise again. I'll just have to move a bit further away, won't I? Again. There we are, you should be able to see there, I think. Now, the thing is, to get it on the next one, it goes on, but you do have to press it in. So now you just repeat the operation again. And I'm not, you know, the beauty of doing it now, I'm not having to put an awful lot of effort into it as I did before. It's made it easier and normally does a better job. So, you just have to check when I take it out this time that it's not split. So I'm just going to have to keep twiddling you round and just to save a bit of time. You saw that come out last time, so I will just let you see me press it out, but I won't go closer this time. going up. And there it is loose. And get that ready for the next one. As I say, it's a little bit longer video, but I think, well, as I say, I'm pretty sure Darren will be interested in this if no one else. So, just put you back again. And if you look at that, if you can see it, it's with no splits so far. Now, if you see one developing, now's the time just to deburr it a little bit more. In fact, it always pays just to. It doesn't take many seconds, as you can see. And because the reason you do this, of course, is if anyone's ever tuned engines, well, you polish the crankshaft and connecting rods and that, and you get them as smooth as you can, and it stands less chance of breaking. Well, of course, it's exactly the same with these. So we'll see how it goes. That'll do it, lovely and smooth. Right, well, and as you can see for that, we're nearly there. Right? Can you see we're nearly there? Well, what I'm going to do, I'm standing in the light, aren't I? That which wasn't very clever, but anyway, I'm going to make this a bit larger. Normally, what I can do with this doming block is now put it in there and squeeze it and nip that in. In fact, I'll tell you what I'll do this one, and we'll just see if it does nip it in. I've in the past though, I will say I've annealed it again to make sure, so I'm not going to try and ruin this. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, but you do have to be a little bit careful with this. You have to get it smack in the middle and make sure it's level, and just try it and see. I have a look at it. It's the only bit that requires any effort, that is. Well, it has gone in a bit, but one side hasn't much. It doesn't matter, because for key rings this is what we want. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to open it up one more time on here, and as I say, this is the difficult bit with this. I can just show you this, look, and just getting it on there can be, that's it, it's going. It's the only thing where a hydraulic one that costs a lot of money will benefit you, but it's going on, look. I'll tap it on. See, when you're making for key rings, there's no size involved. Right, so now we'll just put that in, knock it in again for a good start. There we are. We haven't come out the vice, so we can go again. We're very nearly reaching the end now. There we are. That'll do lovely. Because the inside of that, I want it the same. I've just got to round it now. So all I've got to do now is once again take this off here. I did unwind it. I think I've made it unwinding, but I don't. Only thing is that comes out. There we are. As I say, it's not perfected yet, but it's certainly, if you go back and look at me other way I did them, I did one in real time before. I think it's slightly quicker than this one. But the point of it all is that we're now doing a better job. I don't have to go up and down outside, do I? I can get the holes done and it comes off. So now we're nearly there, you see. So all we have to do now, I'll turn you back there so you can see with a bit of luck. I'll just move that light round a bit and stand in. I'll try and not knock it off. You should be able to see, I think. And I get the Dremel. I'll stand this way round. I normally look at the light. Just whiz round there. This, I've got loads of these. This I did. Chap from Hong Kong has sent him. Sent me an email, did he get them alright? Yeah, good service, and there was £2 for loads of them, but they're rough ones. However, of course, you get a rough one, you want a smooth one, it's dead easy. You got a smooth one, you want a rough one, you're in trouble, aren't you? What we do, run around both edges, all edges. And we're nearly there. Just the polishing to do. And also, I like to just put round this edge. Again, I can put it in that doming block now and give it just a squeeze and it will put a nice edge on, but it's just a personal touch. You can do it how you like. There we are. So now all I have to do is finish that off by hand. You see, it doesn't take long at all. And normally I would, you know, I wouldn't show you this and speed the thing up a bit. But I'm not worried how long it is. I'm just trying to show you how I can make a decent one, not a perfect one, not a double-edged one, rounded one like you can buy, but a fairly decent one. And I've only spent £7, you know. Plus, of course, help from Jonathan, haven't I, to get a jig to drill it in the middle. There we are. And that's it done, look. See? Don't know if you can see that alright. Right, so we've just got to polish it now. So all I have to do, now I've got the polish here. You don't need very much. I could actually do with the light on here, but I haven't got it on here, so that's too bad. I've got a polishing thing in here, and as I say, we have got stuff. Normally I don't have it ready, so it's still taking a little bit longer, but I mean, normally it does take a bit longer, but you only want a tiny bit of polish, by the way. So I'm hoping I can show you this. The worst thing is you get polish on your hands and then you handle it and it marks it. Anyway, we'll just see. Let me turn the other way around. They're wasting time, aren't they? Hope you can see this alright. Now, once you start polishing, run round, just go round a bit at a time. I haven't done something, but it doesn't matter. That's actually very round. Usually with that taper punch I just touch it round again, just to make sure they're dead round. I haven't done that, but it doesn't take very long, and we've plenty of video, haven't we? So now I'm all set up to polish on the wheel, right? So I'll just have to move the camera this time, won't I? If I can find my buffing wheel. Oh, it's there. Right. I think you should be able to see that. I have put a little bit of polish on here, and we're taking the guard off. It flies all over, so I'll stand back for a minute. So I'll put some on there. Stand back for a minute. Keep the face out the way. Do the edges quite aggressively. It tends to soften them and polish them nicely, and get rid of any burrs of it, takes them off. Like I say, when you get polish on your hands, you normally end up doing in the ring again. But there we are. I don't know if you can see that. Now, let me just spin this back so we'll get to the light, and let me see if I can show you this. You see, got a dated ring for someone now to go on the key ring, and as I said, I would actually just round it with that taper. Just very gently press it in, and it makes it dead round, you see. That's all. But can we see inside? Can we get... I'm not sure. But it does actually want just a quick wipe. I think we've got a clean cloth here. Like I said, you get it on your hands. But there we are. Right, played long enough, but just to show you, we can now do a fairly decent job in reasonable time, and I've only spent £7, which I don't think is too bad. There we are, and that's it. Right, hope you've enjoyed this, even though it's more rings. Let me just, as I say, I hope that you can see. I don't know where the light wants to be, but I hope you can see that it's I don't know if it's upside down or not, whether it wants to be. I'm sure, but I think you can see that anyway. I think you can. It's difficult, isn't it? No, it's upside down. I can see it now. Just want to show you the date, you see. There you are. So anyone born in 1982, and what a ring for you. You've now got a nice one for your key ring. Date of birth ring. There you are. Right, hope you enjoyed that. Cheers. I better get off, it's getting too long.